have another Tarantino 4K arriving this fall with Pulp Fiction. The Universal 4K Volume 2 box set looks to be released this October. The classic Arnold Schwarzenegger sci-fi action film The Running Man gets an awesome looking 4K Steelbook announcement. And the biggest movie of 2022, Top Gun Maverick, finally gets a Blu-ray and 4K release date. All this and more in the latest physical media report. Stay tuned. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken, and this is the Physical Media Report, episode 122. That's right, guys, your weekly dose of physical media goodness where we discuss everything new and exciting in the world of 4K and Blu-ray. And I am so excited to be here today on this Monday afternoon. We got tons of stuff to go over. We're going to talk about rumors. We're going to talk about news and announcements, deals. What is new this week? We got some physical media woes to get into this week as well. But look, before we get into it, hit the subscribe button. We cover physical media on this channel like crazy. If you like that kind of stuff, you'll enjoy this channel. So hit the subscribe button, like this video, and comment down below, guys. What are you the most excited about of everything that we cover here today? What are you the most amped up for? What gets your juices flowing the most? Let me know in that comment section below, and then be sure to turn on those bell notifications for all future videos. So let's jump right into it. We're going to start with the rumors. This first rumor is coming to us from Dawn of the Disc on Instagram, and Pulp Fiction is apparently coming to 4K, not next year, not to 2024 for the 30th anniversary, but this year, this November. And this one came out of nowhere. I did not expect this to happen. I figured we'd get Reservoir Dogs this year, Pulp Fiction next year, Jackie Brown, but it's looking like, according to a website, Import CDs, this is going to be coming out on November the 1st, and it's going to be getting a Steelbook in 4K is what it's being listed at. Now, it is not being listed like what the studio is. I'm assuming this is probably going to be Lionsgate as well, since it is under Miramax. It was put out by Miramax, so I'm assuming this is going to be Lionsgate as well. But what this gets me thinking is, of course, I'm excited to have Pulp Fiction on 4K, Reservoir Dogs on 4K, but this one's supposed to be coming out November the 1st, so this is actually going to be, I think, coming out about 3 weeks before Reservoir Dogs. But it got me thinking, it's like, are we gonna be getting a Jackie Brown announcement in a couple of weeks? Are we gonna be getting a Kill Bill announcement? Are we gonna be getting like 4 or 5 Tarantino movies in November? Are we gonna be getting a box set for Tarantino movies? I don't know. Maybe we got Reservoir Dogs through Kill Bill Volume 2. We could be getting in a box set. I don't know. It's very exciting. I don't think we'll get all of that, but Pulp Fiction on 4K, of course I want this. This is in, and I say this all the time with the number of movies, I know that, guys, but this truly is in my top 20 movies of all time. I love Pulp Fiction. Who does not love Pulp Fiction? It's a fantastic movie. Coming out in 4K, I'm super excited for it. Lionsgate usually does a really great job with their 4K transfer, so I'm optimistic here that they're going to do some great work with the Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction 4Ks. But yeah, Jackie Brown around the corner? It's very exciting. But again, just a rumor at this point, but it is heavily indicated. It is listed on this Import CDs website, which I'm not very familiar with, for a November 1st release date. So yeah, very exciting stuff, guys. Could we be getting like 5 Tarantino movies in November? If they announce Kill Bill, I will lose my mind. I really want Kill Bill Volume 1 and Volume 2. They can lump it together if they want to do the whole bloody affair. I prefer to watch Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2 separately. I look at those as separate movies. I know not everybody does, but yeah, very exciting stuff, guys. Are you excited for Pulp Fiction on 4K? I imagine you are. Let me know in that comment section below. So the rest of the rumors come from the Disc Father on Instagram. So the Universal Classic Monsters Volume 2 4K collection is being very heavily indicated to be coming out from Universal on October the 11th. So we got the first volume last October. We're supposed to get the second volume this October. Now this one is including The Mummy, The Bride of Frankenstein, The Creature from the Black Lagoon, and The Phantom of the Opera. So I am definitely all in on this set because I got the first one last year. And it's an incredible set with just some classic. Like, you have to go back and watch these classic monster movies to really understand how horror has evolved over the years. So I highly recommend you go back and watch these, but they look great. I know some people, they got the Blu-ray 30 film set and they're happy with it. I understand that, but I have watched the Blu-ray of these, watched the Blu-ray of Dracula, the Blu-ray of Frankenstein, and then watched the 4K. The difference is just night and day to me. I think that the 4Ks just look so much better than the Blu-rays. Just the depth in those releases. Just that contrast level to black and white is really underrated in 4K. I think a lot of people don't really think of black and white being that significant of an improvement, and it actually is. It's a very significant improvement. Like you can just tell with the black and the white, the contrast levels are much deeper. He doesn't have an official release date as of yet, but again, very heavily indicated to be coming out on October the 11th. Now let's get into the next rumor, and this is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The Rankin Bass Rudolph is supposed to be coming to 4K from Universal sometime this year in 2022. I imagine like a November release date to time it before Christmas, but I don't know about this one. I'm kind of just, I have the Blu-ray of Rudolph, and I don't really feel like it's going to get any better than that. I don't know. You know, stop motion in 4K, do we really need that? Especially these Rankin Bass movies, I just don't feel like it's going to look that significant. At least it's not going to have that significant of an improvement for me personally. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it will look better, but I feel like Blu-ray is just fine with this one. I don't feel like I need this movie in 4K, but if you want it in 4K, let me know in the comment section below. Rudolph the Red-Nosed, the Island of Misfit Toys in 4K. Does that make you excited? Again, let me know in that comment section. I got a comment section down there, guys. I don't know if you knew that, but you should comment down there. I appreciate it. And that does it for the rumors. Now let's get into the actual announcements. And this one broke over the weekend as a rumor. I think the Disc Father was the first one to break this, and then we started to see more glimpses of this Steelbook. But the Running Man is supposed to be getting a 4K Steelbook from Paramount on November the 11th. And now this is confirmed on Blu-ray.com. I just pulled it up, but it's a gorgeous Steelbook. And again, somebody already did the 4K release for The Running Man, I think in Germany. I think it has a German release. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but The Running Man in 4K, another classic Arnold film in 4K. And this is not Lionsgate doing this. This has a slip cover. It looks like a Lionsgate Steelbook, but it looks like, you know, with the Event Horizon Steelbook, it really looks like Paramount's starting to take a page out of the Lionsgate book, and they're realizing what they're doing with their Steelbooks, and they want to do it as well. And yeah, this looks like a beautiful Steelbook. It looks like a Lionsgate Steelbook. Like when I first saw it, it was like another Lionsgate, and then it said Paramount. I was like, oh, okay, I see you, Paramount. You're seeing what Lionsgate's doing now. What Paramount doesn't have that Lionsgate does is the pricing down pat, because they're looking to charge $31 for the Steelbook. Now they charge, I think, $27 for the Event Horizon. Now let's get that pricing down a little bit, Paramount, and you'll be right there on par with Lionsgate, because they put out some excellent Steelbooks at affordable prices, so we definitely appreciate that as well. But the Running Man, come on, you got to be kidding me. The Running Man in 4K, a Steelbook of this is a no-brainer, automatic pickup. I'm super excited for this one. Classic Arnold science fiction action film from the 80s. Very excited for the Running Man on 4K and a Steelbook for it that looks amazing. Let me know if you're excited for it in the comment section below. Now let's get into the next. We got some Kino Lorber stuff to cover. Mystery Men on 4K and High Plains Drifter are set to be coming out from Kino Lorber on November the 22nd. Now, these don't have official announcements with like images of the cover art and stuff like that, but Mystery Men we talked about, I feel like a year ago. It might have been like a year and a half ago I talked about Mystery Men, then that flew off the radar, and now it's back again. I love Mystery Men. It is one of my favorite comedies, 90s comedies. I don't own this movie on Blu-ray. I still have my DVD of it, but I am more than happy to upgrade this one to 4K and rewatch. It's been years since I've watched this movie, but it's a great kind of like spoof superhero movie. You know, starring Ben Stiller. You know, there's a great cast in this movie. I'm super excited to watch it in 4K. Of course, High Plains Drifter is a classic Clint Eastwood Western that I almost picked up in a Kino sale, and then I saw the rumors for the 4K. I was like, I'm just gonna hold off and wait for the 4K. But yeah, very excited for those. Those are supposed to be coming out on November the 22nd. And just getting into more Kino Lorber announcements, The Usual Suspects is coming out from Kino Lorber on October the 25th. So another awesome 4K release coming out on October the 25th. We already have Brian De Palma's Dressed to Kill coming out. So Kino Lorber, they are just setting up to mop the floor with everybody for the rest of the year. They are doing some incredible work in 2022, and I'm here for it. Usual Suspects, Dressed to Kill, coming out in 4K on the exact same day. Definitely, I'm not the biggest fan of Usual Suspects, but I'm definitely willing to get it and rewatch it again, see if my opinion changes on it, because I only own like a $5 Blu-ray of it. It's not the best looking Blu-ray, but excited to get this one on 4K for sure when it comes out. The Limey is coming out with a 4K Best Buy Steelbook from Lionsgate on October the 11th. So, not gonna lie, I don't really know too much about this movie. It doesn't look the most interesting to me, just as far as like the Steelbook design, and I kind of looked up the movie and the plot. I'm not as interested in this movie as I have been some of the other Lionsgate Steelbook films that have come out, but it's a Lionsgate Steelbook. It's a fire Lionsgate Steelbook with a slipcover. I will collect every single one of these, so I don't care what movie it is. The Limey is going to be in my collection when it comes out on October the 11th. But yeah, let me know if you a little bit more about the Limey. Is it worth a pickup? Is this like a really good, you know, pick for Lionsgate to put out with the 4K Steelbook? Let me know in that comments section below. Now let's get into some ET talk, guys. Of course, it's the 40th anniversary of ET, so we got to see all kinds of new ET 4K anniversary releases, and we've got two of them to talk about here. We've got the 4K Steelbook for $25. You know, it's like an orange Steelbook. I do like the design on this one. I don't know why they went with orange, but I do like the design on it. I do like the aesthetic of it. The Steelbook is $25. It is only on Target's website as of right now. It may be on other websites. I don't know if this is a Target exclusive, but when I was looking for it online, because it's not even on Blu-ray.com yet, it's only on Target's website. So I don't know if it's a Target exclusive or not, but it is on Target's website now to pre-order if you do want to get it. And the Lunchbox Thermos Set is also available, a new 40th anniversary ET set as well, for $64.99. Now you can pre-order this one, I think, on Best Buy and Amazon. I know you can do it on Amazon, but yeah, $64.99. Now this is a set. It looks like it has the ET, you know, 4K case and disc and everything. It looks like a new cover than the other release that came out a few years ago of ET on 4K. So it looks like, again, this is not the first time ET has been put out on 4K. It's just another like 40th anniversary edition release. So you're gonna get the, you know, the case, the 4K case and the disc and all that stuff, but you're also gonna get a thermos, you're gonna get a lunchbox. I think there's a couple other collectibles in there as well, but I don't know. I really want to get this just because I want some more ET collectibles in my collection. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Second favorite movie of all time. I'm on the fence here. Immediately when this was announced, I was like, I'm going to get both of these. I'm an ET fan. I'm going to get both of these sets. But that's like $90 to get both of these. $64.99 seems like a very pricey gift set. You know, it's just a lunchbox and a thermos. Now, maybe if it was one of those old school like metal lunchboxes, which maybe it is, I don't know, it might be worth it. I'm probably still going to get it, but again, $64.99 seems a bit too pricey for me. Maybe drop that to about $54.99 and I might be, you know, more likely to get it. But yeah, that's the ET announcements. Let's get into the Criterion November slate. Now, I did an entire video on this last week on the channel. I'll link that up above if you want to check it out so I can dive deeper into it. But I'm just going to quickly go over the titles that were announced for November from Criterion. We got Malcolm X on 4K coming out on November the 22nd. That was the one I was very excited about. And again, I'm a little disappointed. I put that video out last week. It seemed like a lot of people just don't care about these titles. And, you know, to be honest, I only really care about two of them. And the other ones I'm kind of lukewarm on, but the ones I care about, I'm really passionate about. Malcolm X, I cannot wait to watch that movie in 4K. I love that movie, but that's coming out on November the 22nd. Easily, to me, it's got to be top 3 Denzel Washington performances. Got to be for me. And you got Power of the Dog on 4K. I like Power of the Dog. I do think this one's going to look really good in 4K, so I probably will end up picking it up eventually. I liked it when I watched it on Netflix. I didn't love it, but Power of the Dog coming out on 4K on November the 8th. We got the Infernal Affairs Trilogy coming to Blu-ray November the 15th. Now, this is one I'm very excited for because I do want to check this out. I am a big fan of the Departed movie, and I want to kind of see the origin of the idea of where that came from. So I'm very excited to check out that. And plus, I want to get into more like Hong Kong Asian cinema as well. That'd be a good way for me to get more into it. In the Mood for Love on 4K was also announced to come out on November the 1st, and Daisies for November the 1st as well. So to me, this is a really solid November slate, and it was solid enough for me to do a whole video on, but again, people don't seem to be as excited about this as I do. So let me know again in the comment section below, are you excited for Malcolm X on 4K? I think that's a great, to me, that's as big as Raging Bull on 4K, to be honest, but very excited for Malcolm X on 4K. Now let's get into Top Gun Maverick, the biggest film of 2022 so far, and people were wondering, when's this coming to Blu-ray? I know it was originally supposed to come out in August, and then it got pushed back, and the reason it got pushed back is because this movie is still making a lot of money in theaters, like week to week, like it's still making $5-6 million, it's still trickling in the money every single week, so they're holding back on the physical media release, because obviously they want people to go see it in theaters. It's still doing well. I think it was like number 2 or something last weekend, and it's been out for 12 freaking weeks. That is amazing for Top Gun Maverick. But we are supposed to be getting Top Gun Maverick. We had the definitive release date from Paramount. This is supposed to be coming out on November the 1st, and you're going to get a Blu-ray for $24.99. You're going to get a 4K for $29.99. You're going to get a 4K Steelbook, and this is not a Best Buy exclusive Steelbook. You can get this on Amazon. You can order it on Target and Best Buy right now, and that is going to be $34.99. Really nice looking Steelbook. I might actually get that Steelbook because I do love the movie. Then you're going to be getting the 4K double pack, which I love the cover on this. I love how they kind of fuse together Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick. Love the cover on that one, and that's going to be $39.99. So if you don't own the first Top Gun in 4K, that's going to be a great set for you to pick up. It's a really nice looking slipcover on that set, and a pretty cheap and affordable for two 4Ks for $39.99. So would definitely recommend that if you don't have the first Top Gun in 4K. And the first Top Gun in 4K looks absolutely amazing. Let's get into the Ex Machina 4K Zavi Steelbook, and I do not collect a lot for the Zavi Steelbooks. This is going to be put out by Universal on October the 17th. I don't get into the Zavi Steelbooks as much, but this one looks really nice, and I think I'm going to pre-order this one. I really love the design on the Steelbook, and I love Ex Machina. It was my favorite movie of the year it came out. It is my favorite A24 film. I love Ex Machina. I love Alex Garland as a filmmaker. And this Steelbook looks incredible. I might actually get that full like set. I think it's got like a standalone Steelbook and like a, you know, one of those like gift sets with the Steelbook inside. I don't know what you call those, the media sets for the Steelbooks, but I know you can tell I don't collect a lot for the, you know, Zavi exclusive Steelbooks, but this one looks incredible and I do want it in the collection. So let me know if you're going to get it as well. Ex Machina 4K Steelbook, beautiful looking Steelbook. The Changeling was announced for 4K from Severin on October the 25th. Now this one kind of got me because I just spent money on the Blu-ray in the Severin sale. I just got the Blu-ray with the slipcover. I don't regret getting it, but at the same time, it does kind of burn that they just announced this 4K. Now, this is going for $55 right now to pre-order. That's very pricey. I think I got the Blu-ray for $17 in that sale. But I think the Blu-ray was going for like $40 with the slipcover before the sale price. So I don't know. I don't think I'm going to upgrade. Again, I haven't watched it on Blu-ray yet. I'm just going to keep my Blu-ray. But let me know if you, again, a lot of people say it's a great movie, and it's probably is 4K worthy to upgrade, but it's going to be a while before I upgrade this one because I definitely want to watch my Blu-ray first and decide if it's worthy of that upgrade. But let me know if you're going to be buying the Changeling on 4K in the comment section below. We also got The Longest Yard on 4K, another Kino Lorber, you know, not announcement. There's no date, but it is indicated that it's coming soon from Kino Lorber. So The Longest Yard, the original one with Burt Reynolds, is supposed to be coming to 4K. So that's a very interesting pick for 4K. Again, Kino Lorber absolutely killing it. And we got Bel Air Season 1 supposed to be coming from Universal on October the 4th. Now that is a Peacock exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe an HBO Max exclusive. I'm not entirely sure like which one has it. So kind of interesting that a streaming exclusive, which they do that I feel like with TV sometimes, is going to be coming to physical media, but definitely cool. I actually heard good things about the show, to be honest. Cannibal Holocaust, another classic horror film coming to 4K from 88 Films on November the 28th. So yeah, Cannibal Holocaust. I've heard tons of crazy things about this movie. I've never seen this movie, but maybe now's the time. Maybe I'll get it on 4K and watch it for the first time this year. Let me know if you'd like me to, you know, get this one and review it and talk about it with you guys. Jeepers Creepers Reborn supposed to be coming to Blu-ray from Screen Media on November the 15th. I could not be any less interested in a Jeepers Creepers sequel. I haven't seen one since the second one. I don't remember the second one being that good. The first one's definitely solid, but I did not watch the third one. I don't really like the Creeper all as much. Like I said, he's scary in the first one. The second one, he was kind of goofy, but not really interested in checking this one out. Now let's get into some physical media woes, guys. Now I did get the Red Dawn 4K last week, and on this 4K, there's a lot of controversy surrounding this. It says that it does include Dolby Atmos on the back of this case, but when you put the disc in, there is no Dolby Atmos option. Now, I went back on Blu-ray.com. I looked. It was never supposed to have Dolby Atmos. This was a mistake by Shout Factory. Surprise, surprise, Shout Factory's making other like mistakes and printing mistakes on their cases. But, you know, we saw the same problem in reverse for Child's Play 2 and Child's Play 3. It did not say Dolby Atmos on the back of the box and everybody freaked out. But then when you put the disc in, there was Dolby Atmos and it was supposed to have Dolby Atmos. Now with this one, it is not supposed to have Dolby Atmos, but they put Dolby Atmos on the back of this case down here, if you can see it. And of course, it is not supposed to have Dolby Atmos, so it does not. So I did get a message from one of my subscribers. Somebody contacted Shout Factory and they responded back and they said, "Hi all, we have become aware that the packaging for our newer 4K release of Red Dawn indicates there is Dolby Atmos available, but in fact, the only audio options available are 5.1 DTS HD Master Surround and 2.0 DTS HD Master Stereo. This was a regrettable misprint. No Dolby Atmos audio exists for this film. Our apologies." So there you go. It's, again, another misprint thing, but this movie, it's not really worth, you know, getting worked up about. There's nothing wrong with this actual release. I know there's like there's some misinformation going on out there. There's something wrong with the audio on the Red Dawn disc. The only thing that's wrong with it is the fact that they put Dolby Atmos on the back and it's not supposed to have Dolby Atmos. It never was supposed to have Dolby Atmos. So there you go. It's not really, it is an error. They misprinted on the back, but there's no error with the actual audio on the disc. They just, you know, accidentally put it on the back. Are they going to be sending replacement slip covers with no Dolby Atmos on the back? Probably not. But I do wonder if like the future like actual cases, since they won't have any more slipcovers, they're going to actually take this off in future releases that they produce. So, but yeah, nothing's wrong with the Red Dawn 4K. If you bought it, it's fine. It was never supposed to have Atmos, so don't think it's supposed to have Atmos. It is not supposed to have Atmos, but definitely interesting. Again, Shout Factory, it's become a running joke at this point with Shout Factory, Scream Factory titles, and they're just always messing stuff up or doing something stupid. But to me, this is not a big deal. But then again, it's, you know, it is kind of false advertising. Now, let's go ahead, guys, and get into the deals because we got tons of deals. I looked on there this morning. I was like, holy crap. They're like giving stuff away, you know, some of these 4Ks away, just excellent prices. Now, let's get into it. Game of Thrones on 4K, the entirety, all 8 seasons, is $99.99. That is the most incredible deal of the week for sure. 8 seasons of Game of Thrones in 4K for like less than $15 a piece. That is amazing. $99.99. I really want Game of Thrones in 4K. I just don't, it's not really in my budget to do a $100 purchase right now. But I don't know, depending on how long this deal is in place, I might have to scoop this up because I do want to own Game of Thrones physically. I don't collect a lot of TV, but I do want to own it physically. Now, of course, you know, we got House of the Dragon that just premiered last night on HBO. I got my shirt on right here. I'm doing live reaction reviews with my wife after every single episode on Sundays and Mondays. So if you want to check it out, check out my channel, Married with Media. That link is down below in the description. We are breaking down and reacting to, giving spoiler discussions for each episode. If you're a House of Dragon fan, Game of Thrones fan, definitely check us out over there. But yeah, Game of Thrones 4K, $99.99, that is an incredible deal. We also got the Columbia Classics Volume 3 pre-order. It's not out yet, but it's available for pre-order for $119.99. That is a very affordable price for this set. Again, 6 4K, so that's $20 of 4K in this set. And I think it was available for $169.99. They dropped it down about 50 bucks. So definitely cool stuff there. We also had the Inglourious Bastards 4K for $8.99. Now, notoriously, this is not the best transfer, but $8.99, if you don't own Inglourious Bastards on 4K, it might be time to scoop this one up for sure. $8.99 is a great price for a 4K release. We also got Chucky Season 1 on Blu-ray for $13.99. Full Metal Jacket on 4K for $13.99. Halloween Kills on 4K for $13.99. Zack Snyder's Justice League for $13.99. Dune on 4K for $13.99. Shawshank on 4K for $13.99. No Time to Die on 4K for $13.99. How long can I keep going with this? A Clockwork Orange on 4K for $13.99. The Suicide Squad on 4K for $13.99. So the deals are everywhere, guys, right now. The Jurassic World 4K set, which just came out last week, it was 75 bucks, is now $72.77. That dropped down about $2. Godzilla vs. Kong on 4K for $13.99. Fast 9 on 4K for $13.99. Just tons of great 4K deals right now. It's like Black Friday. Deep Red on 4K, the Arrow video version for $29.10, which is a great price for that. That is a great release for sure. The Deep Red 4K, if you don't own it in the collection, is one of Dario Argento's best film. Old on 4K for 15 bucks. Tenet on 4K for 15 bucks. Conjuring 3 on 4K for 15 bucks, and Alice Sweet Alice, the Arrow video version, for $17.60. So just some incredible deals going on this week, guys. I will link some of those in the description if you want to check them out, but just a lot of amazing deals. Definitely jump on them if you don't have a lot of these 4Ks. I have pretty much every single one of these, so I'm kind of screwed here. That's the perk of not buying day one, though. They will go on sale at some point. That's why I try to tell you guys, if you don't feel like you need it day one, if you don't really care about getting that slipcover, then just wait, because these things will sometimes just be slashed in half within 6 months of being released. So just a tip there. But let's get into what is new this week. We've got a few exciting things, but it's a little bit of a dull, slow week this week. We do have Dog Soldiers on 4K from Scream Factory for $25.89. I'm definitely excited about getting this one in, watch for the first time. Never seen this film before. We have Dog Soldiers as well coming out in 4K from Second Sight on August the 22nd for £44.99 or $53 US. So it comes down to the choice, guys. What do you want Dog Soldiers on 4K? Do you want the Second Sight release or do you want the Scream Factory release? Now, from my understanding, the Scream Factory release and the Second Sight is the same 4K restoration transfer, but we know that Second Sight just does much better work in terms of like packaging and special features and stuff like that. So if you really want to get in depth with Dog Soldiers and get the full experience of it, you're probably going to pay a little bit more, want to pay a little bit more and go with the Second Sight release. Me, myself, I've never seen the movie before, so I cannot justify a $53 price tag for it. I'm going to pay $25.89 and get that Scream Factory version. Paths of Glory on 4K from Kino Lorber. Very excited about this one. This is a super underrated Stanley Kubrick film for $25.98. Definitely getting that one in this week for sure, and hopefully going to get a review out for you guys. Really great movie. Kirk Douglas, World War I movie. Fantastic film. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend picking up that 4K, and I'm sure Kino Lorber is going to do some great work with that title. Dirty Dancing on 4K is coming out, the 35th anniversary from Lionsgate for $17.25. We've of course already gotten the Dirty Dancing on 4K, the Steelbook, but now we're getting that slipcover version tomorrow as well for $17.25. We got some Criterion titles coming out this week. Buck and the Preacher, which I'm kind of on the fence about. Again, I feel like I want this, but I don't want to get another $27.99 Criterion title and not watch it, so I might as well wait for the sale. But I don't know, I might end up getting this one. Cindy Poitier film, I think he started it and directed it. It's a Western, so kind of excited to watch this one. But yeah, Buck and the Preacher for $27.99. Hotel du Nord for $27.99. We also got Fern Gully. I remember watching that as a kid. The Last Rainforest from Shout Factory for $14.99. We also got the Tarzan Vault Collection on Blu-ray, featuring 3 Tarzan films from the 1910s to 1930s from the Film Detective for $27.99. So 3 films in this set. If you're a Tarzan fan, you might want to pick this up. We also have My Hero Academia, World's Heroes Mission, being released by Crunchyroll for $19.96. The Blu-ray and the Blu-ray Steelbook for $25.99. We also have The Outer Limits Season 1 and 2 coming to Blu-ray from Kino Lorber. Season 1 will be $62.99 and Season 2 will be $39.99. I imagine Season 1 has a little bit more, maybe some more episodes. It's got 2 discs from the look of it. We also have Universal Blu-rays coming out this week, some catalog titles, some classic films coming out, and these are available only on Best Buy and maybe some other sites as well, but I'm only seeing these on Best Buy right now, not on Amazon, and all of these are $19.99 a piece. We got a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court. We got Here Is My Heart. We got Welcome Stranger, Thunder on the Hill, 100 Men and a Girl. It Started with Eve, 3 Smart Girls Grow Up, all for $19.99 and all Blu-ray catalog titles from Universal. We also have When Tomorrow Comes from Kino Lorber for $17.99. We got Love Camp 7 from Blue Underground for $29.95. We got Naomi Season 1 from Warner Brothers for $29.99. We got Lone Wolf McQuaid from Scorpion releasing for $27.99. We also got Death Wish 3 starring Charles Bronson from Scorpion releasing for $25.99. We got the Delta Force starring Chuck Norris from Scorpion releasing for $25.99. We also got The Creature from the Black Lake coming out from Synapse this week. We got Murder at Yellowstone City from RLJE for $14.99. And with that, guys, we are done with the Physical Media Report for the day. Tons of stuff to go over. This was a jam-packed episode for sure, and I really appreciate you guys checking it out. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Comment down below everything that you're excited about that we discussed here today. Also, turn on those bell notifications for all future videos, and follow me on all my social media accounts. Those links are down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.